Right now, we're going to talk about the Ultimate Sneaker Show. It is actually in town this weekend on Saturday. Joining us once again is founder Dalton Jackson. He's going to show us the latest in sneaker trends. We saw people lined up for hours right outside yesterday.
It was crazy yesterday. Justin Timberlake made an appearance at the Jordan store for his release, and at least 700 people are out there, so some of them definitely went home disappointed because they didn't have enough for everyone.
But you said pretty much this is sort of the style of the shoe that they were lined up for.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Jordan 3. They just changed it slightly by throwing a check mark on it and obviously Justin's name, which makes a big difference.
It kind of helps, right?
Yeah,
the Timberlake effect, just saying?
He actually performed in them at the Super Bowl, so people have been kind of anticipating it since then.
Okay, so let's get into, Kev, noticed you smelled the shoe.
Yeah, I mean,
the
first thing we do when we buy a new pair is obviously pull it out the box and
give it a whiff.
Get that fresh smell. It's like
fresh.
It smells amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it can actually boost you a bit, give you a little bit of energy to go out there and take the world on.
Yeah.
So we always do a sniff test. I mean, we examine the pair, make sure everything is good, and then give it a little sniff test to make sure it's nice and fresh.
I know you treat them like babies. These are sparkling white back here. Yes. How do you do that? Because the second I wear any shoe that's white, it scuffs.
I mean, I'm very particular. Once I wear them, I get home, I get to my money's worth gel cleaner or my money's worth wipes, and I make sure I give them a nice clean and stash them away until next time.
They're like your little babies.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of them. The value only gets, you know, higher, especially for some of the really hype pairs, so you definitely want to take care of them, because even after wearing them, you can still get a pretty penny.
Okay, in terms of lingo, heat. What does it mean?
I mean, heat is when, it's like heat on feet. You see someone and you can't take your eye off their feet because they're rocking nothing but heat.
What does this one do?
I mean, this one lights up. It's the PG times PlayStation. It's a very exclusive pair. Only just over 20 in Canada. They resell for a pretty penny right now, probably around 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
And if anybody tries them on, they immediately depreciate, right?
Well, the thing is, if it's my personal shoe, you cannot try it on until you've given me the money.
Got it.
Even though I'm not a reseller, but I mean, I wouldn't just let anyone try my shoe on until there's some sort of deal in place.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't want just anyone throwing their feet in your shoe.
What's the quote of the day, I feel?
Quote of the day, guys.
I feel like you don't do well at bowling alleys.
No, I mean, I usually keep the socks on, double them up if I have to.
Tell me this, how does it play out on Saturday? For example, how did you acquire, if there's only 20 pairs, do you have to be a Dalton Jackson to get, how do you get these shoes?
You know what, sometimes I'm not even that lucky, but you have a few connections, you make friendships in different stores, and I mean, the entire sneaker community is really tight-knit. So we kind of look out for each other when the time is right.
Yeah.
I may want this pair, my other buddy may want that pair. He might help me get this, I might help. You know, it's a bit of helping and just sticking together.
Okay, he's busy in the newsroom, but he's like, he feels intimidated. There's too many options. Which one would you pick out for, we'll call him K-Fran.
Okay, for Kev, I would definitely throw Kevin a pair of Air Maxes. I mean, there are a couple really dope options here. The 270 is a brand new release.
Kev, dope option.
Major support while walking, Kev. The big air unit is super comfy. I mean, we could throw him in some Air Max Heat.
Oh, Kevin Webby. This is Kev. A little red, white, a little Go Canada.
Yeah, this Kev all the way. And Kev, you can actually sniff this when you get it and just make sure it's, make sure it's nice and fresh. Just give it a little sniff test, and you know that you're blessed with some super heat.
Now, let's say you want to try and venture out and do something a little more daring. What's your most daring shoe?
I mean, some of the popping colors, the Gatorade Jordan 1, that's a really bright color. I mean, you can't miss that on feet, as well as the green 6s, or it's St. Patty's weekend, so you might as well get yourself in a green pair of 6 and just rock it out.
Feet on fleek.
Feet on fleek, I like it.
Feet on fleek.
From heat on feet to feet on fleek. That's the new one. We're going to use that.
What you said. Check out the Ultimate Sneaker Show this Saturday at the Grand Victorian Convention Center. For more information, theultimatesneakershow.com. Always so good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Right now, his feet are always on fleek. We're talking about Winston C.